What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to the Buckeye Boyz, where we talk about college football with real fans. I'm your host, Devan. This is your other host, Melo, and we are stoked. Our first live. So
Yes.
we will see how this thing goes. I'm in the middle of technical difficulties already. I think we're good to go. Yo, Karis, C-Dub, what's up? Are we live right now? Can somebody
What's
tell
good,
us, like,
Sean?
if we actually are? You see Sean in there? Yeah, what's up,
Yeah.
Sean? Y'all let us
It's
know
weird
if
being on we're on different sides.
I know we are. Okay, we're good. We've actually
Yeah.
done it. We've successfully started the stream. Now what do we do?
Yes.
What are you supposed to do with your hands in a live stream? Do you keep them down? I mean, what are we supposed to do? Do
Man,
you have
just
any
do what
idea?
comes with natural, I don't know.
Shoot, bro, you don't want to see
Sometimes I
that.
sit here like I'm at a board at the military board with my hands right on my knees, not moving down. Like, man, I look like a stiff. That's not natural. And then I feel like sometimes I'm moving too much, but like I'm just like,
Yeah.
whatever. We're gonna figure it out.
I think one of the first live shows I went on was on Scoop. It was
Yeah.
like thrown right into the freaking wolves den, dude.
Oh
And
yeah.
uh okay, C-Dub said, put a dip in. It's in, homeboy. Don't worry. Uh um he was like, I was itching myself all over like this. Now I just chill. I am who I am. I do what I do. I try to be like professional, but then
Right.
again, I'm not professional. So who really cares, dude?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, dude, I think there's 7 people watch this right now. Heck yeah. I gotta let all 7 of you know that we just did an interview with Kenyatta Jackson's dad, better known as Brett Jackson. It was fire, man. This dude is awesome. He's a cool cat. He's an awesome person to talk to. He's very knowledgeable about football. He coached football. So we're going to be dropping that tomorrow morning. It'll be out there as long as the hurricane don't just straight up blow me away. It's going to be on there. So get
Listen,
ready.
that interview was crazy. Yeah, uh he's a source of incredible knowledge, man. He's down to earth. He's just in there chilling, kicking it with us, answering questions, throwing out his thoughts on the team about the recruiting process for him and his son and the family. Because when you go through the recruiting process, it's just not the kid going through it, and that's another thing why we're doing it like this, because we want the parents' perspective. There's a lot of parents out here that are going to go through similar situations, and it's also always good to get the 360 view and a bird's eye view than just locked in on the kid that committed.
Yeah, for sure. We're definitely get that other perspective of it, just like you said, man. I've always been curious as to what it's like for the parents during that process. And not only that, what it's like for the rest of the family. But dude, we're gonna have Curse Designs, Tony, joining us here in about 15 minutes. When he gets on here, we're gonna talk a little bit about what we're gonna expect out of the Michigan State game. And what me and Mello would really love is for the chat to run the show. Now, I understand that might be difficult. We're a newer channel, 10 people in here now watching, but any questions, anything you guys want us to talk about, that's what we want these live shows to be. We want y'all throwing questions in the chat. We'll pull them up, we'll answer them. But I do have some talking points, and I want to start off with some questions that might get a little tense for you, Mello. I'll answer them too,
Okay.
but it's regarding Ohio State.
Oh man, I don't know if I like this already.
Dude, yo, listen, check it out. You're the head coach at Ohio State.
Okay.
Do you bench Sonny Styles and start Arvell Reese for
Oh, I
Michigan
love
State?
this question, man. I love this question.
What you gonna do, bro? What you
All
gonna
right,
do?
if I'm Ohio State, this is how I'm looking at it. You're thinking about the now, but you're also thinking about the future. And by the future, I mean what we're doing and what we're gonna do in terms of recruiting process. We know we got Riley Pettijohn. Most of it was because his infatuation and love of Sonny Styles. Tyler Atkinson also loves Sonny Styles. You see where I'm going with this?
I
You have to
do.
make Sonny Styles pick this up and look like a superstar and play at a first round draft pick level to
Gotcha.
continue the success of the recruiting process. Also, Arvell Reese already came out and said he's a Mike. He doesn't rep at all at will,
Boom.
so he's not going to play well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no, Sonny's playing, staying in.
Yeah. My answer is no as well. Several different reasons. A lot of what you said. I mean, they got two green dot guys as well. So Sonny has some experience there. So does Cody. But for me, it's dude, I have faith in Sonny. I have
Yeah,
faith that he's going to get this. Dude, remember that he went from safety down to linebacker and he only
right.
had the offseason. He's had no live games for this. Now he's had 3. So for me, if you ask yourself this, have you seen improvement from Sonny during the games? Now, check this though. The first game, Cody Simon didn't play. So Sonny had to
Right.
do something new again that he only got to practice for a week. And
Right.
that was wear the green dot. You know what I mean? And be
And
that
play Mike.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
And play. Wait, didn't he play Will? He
No,
played
he played
Mike.
the Mike at that. He's Will now because Cody's the Mike.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so just got
You're
confused
good.
there. So yeah, and he played the mic. So that first game, you can kind of take that for what it is. But then you got the second game, still was a little slow. Then you got this game, still a little slow. But have we seen improvement from him from game to game? That's what I want to ask you, Mello. Have you think we've seen improvement from him or not?
I think we've seen some slow improvement. Um, I think he's going to be fine. Honestly, I think Sonny is just so elite as an athlete. He's going to be perfectly fine. He just needs to read his keys a little bit better and then trigger.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question for you.
I got to answer the Sunny one though, bro.
Answer
You
it,
can't
and
be
then
jumping in.
I
Okay,
got a
okay.
question for you after.
So when you watch the film,
Hmm.
you see that Sonny is making the right reads most of the time. He's heading to the right spot. He just head to that spot a little late. It's almost like he still thinks he's playing safety. Like he's got that time. You don't have that time. You don't get, that time to like read and then react. It almost has to happen at the same time. It just has to come natural to you. How does that happen? In game experience. So the more games he gets under his belt, I have faith it's going to happen. But for me, I need to see a big improvement for in the Michigan State game. It's time.
Okay.
He's had this time now. I need to see maybe a couple tackles in the backfield from Sonny, at least one. I need to see him
So if
drive
you don't
from the
see
back.
that, then what? Where you going after that? If he doesn't make a huge, significant
That's
improvement.
I didn't want you to ask that. I didn't think you were going to, because, that was pretty much like I don't know what you call it when you threaten somebody. That was all talk right there.
A
That's
bluff,
what
a
that
pump
was.
fake.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not throwing any punches. I'm not ready to punch in this fight yet. Okay.
Okay,
I'm just talking right now, Mel. I'm trying to be
that's
the
fine.
loudest dude in the room. That's it. No hands yet, bro. I don't want no
It's all
smoke from
good.
Sonny.
That's not even my real question for you, though. My real question for you, and before you answer this, um, I have to correct something. Yesterday, I said Aiden Childs was a true freshman and he was going to take risks because he's used to killing
Sophomore.
people in high school, but he's actually a transfer and he's a sophomore. So I
Hmm.
need to put that out there. But now
Okay.
for my question, it's
Okay.
down the similar path, but apply it to the D line. If you can make changes to the D line personnel wise, what changes would it be and who would it be and why?
Bro, you did this on purpose, man, because this is a deep, deep question. I'll start with D tackles, and I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm gonna leave them
Okay.
alone. I'm leaving them alone. Okay.
Yep.
I'm keeping Jack Sawyer where he's at. Um, dang, bro, this is hard, man. Dang, bro. Because listen, I'm allowed to give my opinion. I'm allowed to do it. Just want
Yeah,
everybody to
you
know
are.
that. So don't be hating me, man. Shoot, bro. I'm switching JT out with somebody, either Caden Curry or Kenyatta Jackson are coming in and taking his starting role. And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when you put a little more speed on that side. Let's just see what happens. Let's see. Let's
So
just
you're
see.
not happy with JT's production? Then I'm gonna take it.
Um, golly, man, you just putting me all up in the spot. First live, let's ask Devan a question so somebody can clip him and he'll go viral for sounding like an idiot, bro. No, no, I'm not. I expected more. I think he has more. I think he can give us more. Now, I don't have like I'm not saying that just because of the Marshall game. After I rewatched that game, I saw that I mean their offensive plan was to not get sacked literally. So many run, quarterback
Mhm.
draws and RPOs and stuff like they were play calling because they knew they were going to get pressured. And go watch the game. There was pressure put on them. They just got the ball out fast, man. So there wasn't
Yeah.
that many opportunities for sacks. I'll also say that Mitchell Melton showed up and showed out. I said that, but for some reason he's got a really low PFF grade, which shows you the
Yeah.
PFF. I mean, in my opinion, I'm no football scholar, but that's just crazy. But I it's more that I would want to see something different. Now that's just for the on-field stuff, but when you look at the whole team dynamic, that ain't going to happen. JT will be the starting defensive end and Jack Sawyer will be the starting defensive end for the rest of the season. That's just what's going to happen.
Why do you say so confidently though?
Well, I say that because ah from we had an anonymous source tell us some information. I'm not going to share that information, but
Right.
also just because of the seniority thing and because
Hmm.
of how Larry Johnson and Ryan Day have managed the D line in the past. I mean, I'm just going off of what I'm
Yeah.
used to seeing, so
I
uh,
think the nail kind of plays a factor in that too. Like when you pay certain players so much money to come back, you kind of have to play them. Otherwise,
yeah,
what are the boosters going to say? Why'd I give you that money to bring that kid back? He's not even playing. I want my money back. I need a refund. So I
yeah,
mean, I think a lot of that's going to play into it as well.
yeah.
It is a
So
business, right?
yeah, it is. And uh, dude, check this too. I'm not see. I mean, dude, Jack and JT. I don't know that I can say as a fan that they've played bad. I'm not going to
Hmm.
say that at all. I just think that I just think the defensive line in general has the capability to do a little bit more in terms of rushing the quarterback. I think there's some other guys down deep in that room or in that room that can add a different dynamic to the D line. And depending on who we play, I wouldn't mind. Okay, we're going up against Michigan State. They have a very elusive quarterback.
Yeah, they do.
Let's get some more speed on the if that's the case, let's put more speed on the field to match him, so just my thoughts, man. I love the way Jack's been performing. He gave some pressure to the QB a couple different times. But what's your thoughts on would you change anything up on the D line?
Yeah, I think I change probably the same thing that you changed. And to be
Yeah,
honest with you, I don't even care who starts. You can still start JT and Jack, okay? But in
yeah,
terms of the snaps, it needs to be more balanced. I need to see Caden Curry. I need to see Kenyatta Jackson Jr. I need to see Mitchell Melton get more snaps there. Just keep them fresh. I mean, and plus, if you watch the game, those guys are getting off their blocks better than Jack and JT, and that's just a fact. I don't care
yeah,
if they're taking less snaps or not; they're getting off their blocks, and
yeah,
that's key. So
yeah,
they need to play more.
yeah. I guess somebody pointed out there's no super chat box. I probably haven't set that up. I probably screwed something up on my end. Because I tried to go live on Twitter too, and it told me I couldn't because I don't have a premium account. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
But I guess we have to have a premium account. Does that mean we have to pay for Twitter to go live on Twitter?
I don't know.
Mm, well,
We're gonna figure it
somebody,
out though. But
just
I think YouTube, you
somebody in
have
the
to
chat.
I think you have to be have your account running for a certain amount of period of time before you can monetize it.
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
like
for
that.
sure. Yeah. Okay. So next thing I want to bring up is I want to talk about Gabe Powers, man. I want to talk
Hmm.
about the fact that every opportunity he's got, he's made a play.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I want to talk about the fact that both Ryan Day and Jim Knowles said in the press conference that he earned more playing time. And then
Yeah.
I want to talk about the fact that he got 3 snaps for the Marshall game. That's what I want to talk about. So talk about it. Let me say something about it.
Man, I know you're so passionate about Gabe Powers. You've been passionate about Gabe Powers for a while.
I
Um,
mean,
you know, it reminds me of last year. You remember last year they were saying we're gonna unleash CJ Hicks. We're gonna unleash
yeah.
him on the whole year.
Hey,
He never got
hey,
unleashed. He unleashed the Gatorade bottles.
look what Jeff put on, dude. He's gonna super chat 1,000.
Salute,
Well,
Jeff. I appreciate
hey
you.
Jeff, bro, spread that love somewhere else, dude. Go hit up somebody else's channel, man. But hey, I'll make sure that thing's working next time, homie. Come on
Yeah.
back. Me
Yes,
and Melo
sir.
are definitely going to be doing something with our super chats. We just don't know what yet. We're not a channel that is probably going to be too interested in keeping our super
Yeah.
chats. I like the idea of donating all, if not some, to something good. Because believe it or not, there is expenses in this YouTube game for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize that, but there is. So, I mean, we appreciate y'all. Oh, Fisherman said, I think you need to get 1,000 subs. Yeah. So I've heard to monetize a YouTube channel, you have to have like 3,000 or 30,000 watch hours and then also 1,000 subscribers. So to like get paid for ads and stuff like that. So we really need, if you guys can, hey, check it out. If each of you guys that are watching go make 10 different Google accounts and then get on YouTube with each of those accounts and you go subscribe on all of them, that'll be a big boost for us, man. That'd be awesome.
10 other people to like and subscribe. That help too.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Uh no, so I mean, what you think about the Gay Powers thing, man? You want to see him in more or what's up?
I would love to see him in more. I really will push for Arvel though. I need to see more of him
Yeah.
before we get to Gabe. But yeah, I mean, rotating is not bad. I mean, whoever thought it was a bad idea.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this is for you,
Especially
Dev. That's personal.
oh, dude, I got
Asked you the
this.
same thing when
You see that
when I first saw it.
so yeah, that Z right there, man. Actually, this hat, this company right here, if you get on Amazon Prime, they sell on Amazon Prime. These are very nice hats. It's only like 25 bucks. That most of my high state hats are this company right here. I don't know exactly what it's called, but they're it's really good quality. It's a good price. So they got a bunch of cool ones. My other hat that you guys see me wearing on the pre-recorded videos, anyway, and that's the same thing. So
Same company, same brand.
yeah, what's that say? Too many good players
It's a
is a
good
good
problem
problem.
to have.
Yeah, there ain't
I
no
agree.
doubt. We're speaking of that. We have a certain position group that has a lot of good players in it that maybe aren't seeing the playing time that they're wanting to get. And there's a little tweet put out today by a certain someone in our wide receiver room. That certain someone,
Hmm.
Bryson Rogers, this is what he tweeted out. He said, I've had a legendary run, y'all. It was just time for a change. Please respect my decision. Now, before we start talking about it, let's say this. Nobody has any idea what he really means. Okay. Could be about something completely different. Got tuned into our interview in the morning. I'll be dropping it with Brett Jackson, Jackson Sr. He gives you a pretty good story on what we mean by tweeting and people reading it wrong. So Tune in. But let's take it like we normally would, as Buckeye fans always do. Bryson Rogers is transferring, man. What the heck? What do you think that tweet's about, Melo?
How's he announcing now? Like he's that disturbed about? I mean, he's been getting snaps. He got what? I think he got 52 snaps in the Marshall game, or all season combined. So I mean, that's not too bad compared to what he had last year. And I mean, he's a great route runner. But who did you think you were going to play over? Ennis? No. Emeka? Absolutely not. Carnell Tate? Forget about it. And Optimus Prime? Like, that's a joke. So, I mean, you came back knowing that this room is loaded. Just be patient, wait your turn, and just keep grinding. Put your face down and grind. Because if you get playing time here, you're pretty much an NFL prospect.
Bro, he got 2 less snaps than Brandon Ennis for the Marshall game. That's it. He got 15 snaps. Brandon Ennis got 17. Yeah. That also kind of leads me to believe that this tweet isn't what we think it is, to be honest with you. None of it makes any sense. The timing of it, anything. I think it's just a typical Ohio State fan reaction when you see something like that. If you want to turn it in the way that he's not happy and all that stuff, you can. But this is an interesting thing to tweet out there. But I think he's a heck of a player, and I think we need him to stick around. I think he's going to be phenomenal. Needed.
Mm-hmm. Have you watched his YouTube channel?
Yeah,
he has a YouTube channel, man, and they were running routes one day, man. His route running is elite. It really is. So yeah. And I'm a route guy. I like watching 50 routes,
I know you do. You know? I know who your favorite 2025 receiver is. Anyway, all right, it's time for us to switch over, do a little preview of the Michigan State game. And for that, I'm going to bring in the one, the only Cursed Design. Here he is. Yeah.
What's up, Tony?
How you doing, guys?
Man. How you doing, Tony?
I'm good. Got my voice somewhat back. I'm back to the regular living world and trying to do things.
Yeah. Hey, so for all of you watching, all of our thumbnails, our what do you call that? Our logo up there. I even saw somebody mention something about Buckeye Boyz shirts and hats. Well, I'll tell you, the shirts are coming. And I'll tell you that all the designs that you see, anything graphically designed, is done by the one and the only Cursed Designs, aka Tony. Or is it Tony, aka Cursed Designs? What is it?
Either way, I guess it depends on how you know me first.
Yeah. But dude, these shirts that he's got designed, they're fire. Should I pull the picture up on my phone and try to hold it up to the camera?
Crazy.
I'm gonna do it. You guys talk about something. I'm gonna try to pull this up.
Man, so what's your thoughts? If you could make a change on the D line, who would it be and why?
Oh wow. I was quick for this question.
I gotta put you in the fire.
Got him. He ain't talking about Michigan State. Look at Melo, bro.
Question. I just cheat right down the middle. Man, dude, I honestly at this point, like, why mess with it? Like, I don't see a point in like switching it up. Like, even the second teamers coming in, you've Caden Curry and Kenyatta Jackson and Mitchell Melton and all those guys are rotating in, and Tyleek Williams is men amongst boys. Like, why screw that up? Like, there's like, you could like teach CJ Hicks, but like obviously he's not learning too well anything else. Like, like let's just cut our losses on that one. And I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I say that's one of the best operating lines, like, with outside of like the Hero Canoe debacle of last week. Like, it has been operating perfectly.
Yeah.
So I
would agree.
Hope it didn't sound like a cop out, but like, I'm gonna change nothing. Trust Jim Knowles on this one.
No, it's not a cop out. I mean, it's your opinion. You don't have to change anything if you don't think anything needs to be changed.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably one of the most well-oiled things we got going, especially with the amount of rotation they're getting and the fact that they like are willing to consider the dudes who were, we were concerned about, Kenyatta and all those dudes at the beginning of the year. Like, out of those dudes' mouths, they're like, oh, they're starters too. So they're all starters. Like, okay, well, they look like it. That's fine. I'm good with it. So,
And you know what? Actually, I think as much as we want them to keep rotating even more, this is the most they've rotated in the Ryan Day era.
but no, listen, let's not overdo it. Like, let's not get crazy. Like, I think they're rotating the right amount, and they're like rotating the right guys. Like, when they haven't rotated the right guys, they found the right guys and put them to the front. So just keep doing that.
All right, guys. I did, but boy, this might just screw everything up. Here we go. I'm gonna try to share.
Find out.
You're gonna put it on the screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to share the screen. I'm gonna try to be super tech savvy.
No lifelines, nothing. He's just going straight to
straight to it, dude. Straight to it. Here we go. That's how we do. This is the new Buckeye Boyz shirt that's going to be coming out on a white shirt. Here we go. Boom. There it is.
There it is.
I'm going to let the crowd soak it up a little bit. Let me know what you think. I tell you what, chat. 1 out of 10, 10 being the most fire shirt that there possibly could be, 1 being a Team Up North shirt. Where does this shirt rank?
Yep. That's
all right, is that enough time? That's enough time. Taking her down. Here we go. Stop the screen.
There we go.
Dude, I did that so smooth. That's crazy.
Yeah, listen, it's like you know.
Did you flip the script? Like with the boxes all the way, like
hey, look at that.
Like Devan
all right,
it's crazy.
Here we go. We are about to play Michigan State coming up, or as Melo calls them, the Team Up North State.
Baby brother State.
What's your guys' thoughts, Tony? I'll start with you. Let me hear your thoughts about their offense versus our defense.
I think to me, Michigan State's still one of those teams. Like, I don't necessarily know where to rank them.
Good.
You know, like in the real scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? Because like they've looked good at times, and like that Aiden Childs kid, like seems like he's about his business, and like there's much like they're much better. I thought they were going to be. The new coach is good, like. But do I think they go up against the number 1 defense in the country and just look like they have before? I would highly doubt it. I don't bet a lot unless I think I can win. This is one of those things where I would probably put money on it that like they can stand up to it. Like even heaven forbid we have like a just disjointed craziness like we had the first half last time. Like I just don't think they have enough firepower or even willpower to wear us down to the point they can like get over the hump. But I think the bigger mismatch might be our offense to their defense, in a way.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay. But yeah, that's what I think they have some talent, but like it's also like some of the teams that played last week that you just didn't know where to put them, and like they could have went out and like I really thought USC was going to do great, and I'm not going to let that die. Lincoln Riley choked so hard for whatever reason he had to come up with, but it happened. And like I was so upset.
By the way, Doug Zilla's in the house. Did I say that already? Doug Zilla popped up in here.
No, I didn't hear it.
Shout out Stilly Matt and Sean. You drink it. All you guys, ABH, Ryan Days Bear, C Dub.
The whole crew.
For me though,
ABH.
I think.
Appreciate y'all.
Did you guys see Aiden Child's press conference today?
I didn't.
I did, man. I'm be honest with you. I was highly disappointed. You can hear my voice. I don't like the answers he gives. I don't like his body language. He's nonchalant with his questioning. It's whatever. Like, dude, you have more interceptions than you have touchdowns right now.
6 interceptions, right?
And 4 touchdowns. I mean, I'm gonna just be honest. I think they're better than what I thought. They're better than what they were last year, but we're gonna stop a mud hole in them. And Aiden Childs, like, I don't know, he's gonna eat some humble pie and like just has some passion about what you do. It's not like he's like an a-hole or anything like that. It's just like he just like kid. Doesn't care.
He's a kid. Not most people can't answer questions like Jeremiah Smith does. Like he's a 27-year-old pro that's been playing for 8 years. Like,
but Tony,
I can't do that. I don't think.
But Tony, if you play sports, you care if you performing or not. He's like, it's whatever. It happened. It's time to move on. Oh,
Listen,
it's nothing. It's that. It's this. It's just like, dude, you don't have any care that you're playing kind of bad and y'all lost to BC as a Big
I'm gonna
Ten
I'm
team.
gonna have to go watch that interview now. You got me
Yeah.
intrigued.
in my brain, I've played sports and stuff too, and I know you're like supposed to care, but like I've encountered crazy people in all walks of life that just sometimes like you're like, yeah, you're supposed to care, and like they don't care, like they just
Yeah.
are walking
Well,
through it, and like
I'll tell you this: he might want to care because
well,
he's about to face the best defense he's going to see all year.
yeah,
For
right.
me, Melo, were you done talking about that? By the way,
Oh yeah, I'm done.
okay. Number one, we're going to have to contain the quarterback. He is very elusive. He will break away and will break away from the wrong one. So it's going to be, you know how the Marshall QB was. He's definitely a step up from him in terms of getting away from the sack and stuff like that. And there will be opportunities to get after him because they do like to drop back and pass the ball. So there's going to be those opportunities. This dude is a gunslinger in the sense of he don't care. He'll throw it. Sometimes it'll be a good throw. Sometimes it won't be a good throw. So you just you don't know. So we got to get. He's a young quarterback. Not too much experience. So we want to get some pressure on him, man. But I'll tell you this. We need to come out strong. We need to come out fast because they have a freshman wide receiver and they have a quarterback that can put up some points if the defense is not focused. They do have a team that can make you a little nervous by halftime if you're, when you're going into halftime, if you don't show up and show out. That's what that's how I feel. And this is why, because the quarter, I don't think we're going to scare their quarterback. He doesn't seem like the kind of quarterback that's going to be scared to throw it Denzel Burke's way or back at our safeties with downs. And he's going to throw it. So it's like, they better be, who they are, or you might run into some issues. Our linebackers, number right here.
Well, I think it's a step up for coaching for Michigan State too. Like Jonathan Smith is like, he's a fairly underrated coach, but I think he's doing really well given what he was given. Like nobody gave him this much credit to get this far. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I think he's doing really well, and like I think he'll have them as prepared as you can be going up against what you're about to see.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing I love about it is our schedule. It's almost like set up perfectly, minus when the bye week was. But in terms of competition, it's like a little step up every single time. So I believe literally every week until the Oregon game, you see get better and better and better because you got Michigan State, then you got Iowa, then you got Oregon, and then what? Nebraska.
There's levels.
So it is preparing us. We better, and this will be a good opportunity to learn how to handle a mobile quarterback, because when we face Oregon, dude's mobile, and he'll sling it around too. So I'm really intrigued to see what our defense, how they handle the quarterback, Nick Marsh, their freshman receiver. And as far as their run game goes, I'm not too, I think their run game is mostly their quarterback scramble and getting runs, but I'm not too in tune with their running game. Are you guys? Do you guys have any?
The running game is a little struggling. This is my thing, and Dev, I think you hit it on the nail in terms of how we're going to handle Aiden Childs, how we're going to contain him and still get pressure on him. Hopefully, Tyleek Williams is back because the pressure up the middle will help try to force him outside, and then. JTT is like the best contained man of all time because he's not really, a lot of times he's not really trying to get after the quarterback. He's just trying to set that edge and hold it. You know what I mean? So like, we'll see. But in terms of the run game, man, I don't think the running backs are doing too great. I heard the running back coach interview as well. And he's saying like anybody can hit an A gap if it's wide open. You're like, I want to see what you're going to do when the guys in the backfield as you're getting the ball. Can you make that first guy miss? Like that's what's going to determine if you're a good running back, when you make that first guy miss and you still get hit and you fall forward for 3 yards. So I think they weren't doing that too well in the BC game. they were getting hit in the backfield. They had some turnover problems. Both running backs, RB1 and RB2, I believe, both fumbled. So I expect us to shut down their running game. The key to the game is Aiden Childs, containing him and putting him on his back as much as possible. I think our defense is significantly better than their O-line. And I believe that our DBs are going to have plenty of opportunities to make plays on the ball and to raise their draft stock in this game for sure.
Yeah, they're 75th in the nation for the rushing offense. But I saw an interesting comment up here. Define real team. I don't know if that's from the chat or if one of us said that Michigan State was a real team.
No,
they're
I think
a real
somebody
team
in the chat posted that. Barb did, I believe.
In terms of who we faced this year, they're the realest team that we faced this year so far.
Absolutely. There's not a question.
Yeah. So they lost to Boston College. Boston College ain't that bad. They're a pretty good coach team. So
Bill O'Brien.
Yeah,
we can't sleepwalk through these guys whatsoever. I'll check it out. B Moses.
Nice.
Yo, what up, dude?
What up, B Moses?
We're gonna try to get B Moses on here. That's what we got to do.
Oh, we're not gonna try, we're gonna do it. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so now let's switch over to the other side of the ball.
Let's do it.
This a little bit different story now, ain't it, boys? Let's hear what y'all think.
I love the other side of the ball.
Melo, you get to go first this time. Tell me what you think about what our offense is going to do to their defense.
Man, I expect 250 at least. I'm going to raise it. I'm going to just go ahead and jump off the building right now. 300 rushing yards combined for the entire team. I expect about 3 touchdowns between our running backs. And then I expect Optimus Prime to score another touchdown as usual. I think he's going to have a big game because they're trying to say their freshman wide receiver is the best in the country, which is just asinine. And I think the RPO is going to get a little loose. I expect to see at least a 20-yard rush from Will Howard and our offensive line to dominate, doubling and scraping, counter traps, everything, gap scheme, pulling. I think you're going to see a little bit more of the offense opened up under Chip, but I don't think you're going to see it all the way because they don't need to open it the whole way.
Yeah. Dang, bro. B. Moses thought he was supposed to be on tonight.
Wow.
Hey, B. Moses, I sent you a message on Facebook. I don't think you probably checked it that we had to switch the days. We don't want you coming on as we're growing the channel. We want the channel because of who you are to be at a certain level of followers and people watching.
Yeah, B. Moses, shoot us an email. Does he got our email, Melo? The Buckeye Boyz.
I didn't put the email in there. I was just talking to him on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, he'll message you our email. We'll get something set up for sure. Sorry for the miscommunication. We'll definitely get you on here. He said he responded to your message. Hey, I love it. B. Moses calling you out live, son. You better get your stuff together, Melo.
I'm looking right now,
bro.
Live on the air.
Dang.
Oh, he did respond.
Yeah. Whoa, bro. Whoa.
He responded at 20:09 though.
Hey,
you didn't get the notification part, Melo?
That's our bad, dude. We gonna next week, Wednesday, 8:15, Buckeye Boyz and B. Moses, baby. That's gonna.
Oh yeah, B. Moses, my bad, man. I wasn't. It was my fault.
Oh yeah.
Now it's my fault. I apologize, B. Moses.
The notification came through.
He's telling the truth, man. Call me out. Go ahead.
Hey, Melo.
I saw it.
Message him our email right now. B. Moses, if you can come on next Wednesday, 8:15, we'll lock it in. We'll set it in. Let's get it popping. I love it. Tony, you're up. What's our offense going to do to this defense, man?
I think, if you think back to the Marshall game, I think our offense is going to, you remember when Quinshawn threw that really crazy stiff arm? I feel like that really crazy stiff arm is what our offense is going to do to Michigan State's defense. Just in all aspects. I don't expect there to be some disjointed weirdness, anything like that. It's literally just we're shoving you out of the way and moving on. Now, I think we'll probably have stupid things where it'll take 6 plays to go 6 yards like we did before, but then I really think there's going to be more.
Sorry, dude. The chat that is lighting Melo up.
They are killing
travel that Melo's taking right now is ridiculous.
I can't. Dude, everybody's lighting him up.
Man.
Sorry, Tony. Bro, I
looked down and was like, oh, God, it's a shooting gallery.
I was really trying to zone in, but dude. Okay. Whew. Okay.
Yeah, so,
reset. All right. You said that Quinchon's going to stiff arm their whole defense. That's all what I heard.
I had a metaphor, but that'll fell by the wayside. But, I mean, I think we'll probably hit little pockets and laws, but like I expect more ridiculous, like 2-play drives out of nowhere, like all of a sudden, like just they're gone. Like I just don't think Michigan State defense can really do anything. Not that I think their offense could have, but like I really don't think their defense can.
Yeah, I honestly, I have a sneaking suspicion. This is I'm gonna cheat because we're gonna do some predictions here next. I'm gonna do a sneaking suspicion that Will Howard has more rushing yards this game than he has any other game. I don't know why, but that's just how I feel. But I fully expect our O-line to dominate. I expect our O-line to dominate. I expect RPO game to be on point, and I expect us to just run through them. I mean, that's what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
That one's for you, Tony.
Buckeye Boyz Speedo.
Listen, I can make whatever happen.
Hey, man.
Extra small.
I can design it, I promise.
All right. So, okay. Give me your prediction for rushing touchdowns, passing touchdowns, and give me a prediction on defense. Do we have a pick six? Do we have 2 fumble recoveries? Do we have 3 interceptions? Do we have a safety? So I need some predictions on offense and defense. Tony, go.
All right. Offense, I say we go for 4 rushing touchdowns and 3 passing touchdowns. Yeah.
Now, how many did you say?
4 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns.
Okay, the 4 rushing. Who?
I think we're going to split it 2 and 2, just like we did last week. Quinchon and Trey.
Okay, who's catching your?
If there's a 5th, like it might be crazy. There's a 5th. James Peoples just sneaks in there because he's been rushing since the middle of the 3rd quarter.
Gotcha.
So,
I like it.
Now on defense, like I really think we're probably going to have like I would go like the overs 3.5, 4 sacks. Like I think we're really going to get it. Like, and I think A. Giles will put himself in some bad positions, and we're going to have a chance to get after him. So like over 4 sacks and at least 1 turnover, whether it's a fumble. I assume like somebody like Lathan Ransom will be involved because he's been involved in like every type of fumble that's been around, or some sort of interception. Denzel Burke or one of the dudes in the secondary. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Downs, I'll do for an interception. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They got to throw the ball his way, though. They only threw the ball, I think, his way 1 time the entire season, and he batted it down.
It's got just enough don't care and
oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot who we playing.
Melo's trying to move on real fast, so don't read the comment. It says, B. Moses wants all red M&Ms in Fiji water in his dressing room. Melo?
Oh, it's en route right now. I got you.
Got to make it happen, dude. You got to make it happen. I like the predictions, Tony. Melo, hit me with a couple of yours. Actually, let's hit a couple of the chats real fast. 79's got the kickoff return for TD. I would love that.
Ennis, right? That streak's got to happen.
Yeah, by Ennis. One of my main goals for this game that I want to see on special teams is to kick it inbounds. That's really my main goal.
Okay. 1 time, I am going to lose my mind.
And then we got a tight end touchdown. Dude, if we see that, I feel like
who's the tight end though, Doug?
Shoot, bro. Yeah, Doug. Who's this tight end that did we get a transfer? What's going on?
Man, y'all can't do my boy Jelani like that.
I think, Larry, what's the over-under for fielding kickoffs out of bounds?
I don't know. Probably all of them because he's already out of bounds on the bench. So I assume every ball he kicks is definitely out of bounds.
It's the
Yeah.
Hey, you guys think we're going to see him kicking off?
If we do, I might have a mental breakdown over something.
I don't know. I think we're going to see
I
him.
think Day's going to give him the first opportunity. You know, Day has that forgiving spirit. And he's like, we're going to destroy these teams anyway. And if he kicks out of bounds, that's the last time he's kicking this year.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we have seen the angry Day this year. He does get flags now and yell at the refs, but he's still got a little bit of softy in him. We all know it.
It should be baseball rules at this point. 3 strikes out, bro. Sorry.
Does G play anymore?
I was just about to click that.
Shoot, man. I mean, well, we all thought that G, if anything, was going to be a receiving threat. I don't know what happened with that. Sean's got Burke with the pick 6. Ooh.
I got that too.
Oh, Brad is feeling the 4 sacks on set. I feel you. I like it. I'm
thinking
all
5
right.
sacks.
Yeah. Melo, hit us with your give us some offensive stuff, some defensive
I think
stuff.
we're getting 5 sacks. I think JTT is going to get a sack. I think Kenyatta's getting a sack. I think Sawyer's getting a sack. We don't know if Tyleek's playing. I think one of the linebackers is going to get a sack. I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be Sonny. You know, he's going to get a sack. I think on offense, I think we do get 5 touchdowns rushing. I did say 3 before, but I think it's going to be 5. I agree with you. I think probably 2 from Trey, 1 from Q, 1 from Will Howard, and 1 from James People. I think JJ gets 2 touchdowns receiving. Tate is going to get in the end zone. And I think Jelani Thurman is the tight end that scores a touchdown. That's a whole lot of points if you have it. If you guys could do the math,
I can't. You need to tell us.
I also think Burke is getting the pick 6, and Hancock's going to force a fumble, and Iggy's going to get a pass interference, at least 1. I'll just say he's getting 1. The way they throw, he's going to get 1.
Okay.
He's committed to the aggressiveness. I'm here for it. Like
Caleb Downs will get a tackle for loss in this game. I'm not going to say a sack, but he'll get a tackle for loss, and everybody's going to go like he looks like a rocket. And that's my prediction. I feel like we'll keep the ball inbounds, and hopefully Ennis could take one to the house, but we'll see. I'm going to reserve judgment for that.
Yeah. So we got a question on whether the MSU offensive line is any good. So for Florida Atlantic, they had 179 rushing yards. Then they beat them 10-16. Maryland, they rushed for 130 yards. They passed for 363 yards.
Yeah, that was the one where Aiden Childs really looked good for like some of his balls were coming out great, but then
they played Prairie View. We're not even going to read those stats. Okay, Boston College, Michigan State have 368 yards total, 241 yards passing, and 127 rushing yards. They held Boston College to 140 passing and 152 rushing.
And still lost.
Yeah, I don't believe their offensive line is very good at all. I do know that their defensive line flashes from time to time. So I only watched them play Boston College. That's the game I watched. And in that game against Boston College's offensive line that has a couple NFL linemen on it, they made some plays. And then there's other times they didn't make plays. But yeah, I don't see him running on us either, Steely. Melo?
No, not at all.
Did you put Troy's up? He's calling a personal foul on Day.
Oh, I see that one.
All right, so I'm going to go with Will Howard has 2 rushing touchdowns. Quinshawn has a rushing touchdown, and Trey Henderson has 2 rushing touchdowns. And then I'm going to go with 2. That's 5. And then I'm going to go with I'm going to go with 2 passing touchdowns. One of them's going to be he's going to make up. Well, actually, let's talk about this in a second. One of them's going to be a deep ball to J.J. Smith, and another one's going to be Carnell Tate slant to the house. I mean, Emeka's done it. J.J.'s done it. Who's next? Carnell Tate's next. He can do it. Carnell Tate's an absolute beast. So, all right, Tony, before we get you out here, hit us with the score prediction.
I say 52-12.
52-12 is Tony's official score prediction. Chat, give us your score predictions in here as well. The next live show, I will be writing down everybody's score predictions for the game. And I'll come up with the rules about it. And we're going to kind of do, I don't know if it's illegal to do, like, can we run a betting scheme on YouTube?
No,
I'm just joking. We're not going to do that. hey, the winner's going to get something. We're going to send the winner something, probably a Buckeye Boyz t-shirt. We'll do that every week. Whoever wins the closest, whatever, and we'll come with the rules. We'll send you something for sure. Melo, score prediction.
I'm going 56-9.
Okay. I think Jim Knowles is tightening this defense up, and I think they're going to come out and we're going to see our defense, and they're going to hold them to 2 field goals. They're not getting in the end zone. And what I say earlier, 49-6. 49-6 is my prediction.
So can I ask for one?
I hope this score is right on the left, but not right on the right. I like 63-9. That'd be pretty badass.
Yeah. We got 53-3. Donald. Okay. Troy 52. Or no, Troy 52-6. Dennis 52-12. Mark 42-10. Jay Stu 55-0. That might be my favorite one so far. Sean 56-7. Drink 45-3. So overall, it looks like they're expecting our defense to come out and do what we know they can do. So, interesting. Ryan Daysbeard. Melo, you want to read that?
Yep. Everybody always says we haven't unleashed our offense yet. How much more crazy do you guys think this offense is going to get? Tony, you can go first.
I think there has to be some sort of levels to this thing. And, like, at a certain point, like, I hope the next levels are, like, it clicks and Jelani starts just being amazing. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, it's, you know, everybody's blocking now or whatever. We can start getting Carnell Tate in the end zone. And, like, you know, Brandon Ennis, like, becomes, like, a serious, like, you know, fourth, instead of it splitting with Bryson Rogers stuff and all this, whatever, like, he just steps up in that place. And, like, you see more things become solidified. The offensive line keeps playing like demons, and, you know, like, everything just goes like that. Will Howard, we got no more underthrown balls. Like, he only had 4 incompletions last week, and the only complaint everybody had was, like, the one underthrown ball. Like, that goes away. You know what I'm saying? And I think it all comes together right about Oregon time, and then, you know, we go see Nebraska, and it looks like we formed Voltron all of a sudden, and it's over.
I gotta talk about something that's brought up. Chat, I need to know if you think I'm right or wrong with this statement. The ball Will Howard threw was not underthrown.
It was not.
J.J. Smith admitted in his interview today that it was his fault, that he ran his route too close to the sideline. You know, me and Melo talked about that before, but bro, that's another reason to just absolutely love JJ. Like, he said it when he said it in his interview, you knew, like, he meant it fully. Like, he's like, yeah, coaches told me what I did wrong. That's on me. I mean, and the people asking him, I mean, they asked him twice. It's like they were trying to get it out of him. But, you know, it's kind of crazy. I mean, because even at first I thought it was underthrown as well, but 2 things happened. His route wasn't the best, and the DB made a good play. That's just what there is to it. It was a good ball, you know, if you ask me, and I want him to throw it every single time. So nothing against JJ either. Like, you're a freshman, bro. We're good.
He just never had to play DB in that situation where he had to get his big body between the ball in somebody else. And you know what to do. Like,
Yeah.
Ron Piles, some of these vanilla plays don't look too good. Bringing in the fancy plays worries me some. Hope I'm wrong.
Here, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about the T formation at the goal line, man. I want to talk about, number one, how awesome that was and how much I think that Jim Knowles used that to set somebody up. Because I believe, Ryan Day talked about in his press conference that they are going to use that, how many different things they could run out of that. Can you imagine being on the defense, looking up, seeing Will Howard, 6'4", 200 and whatever, 40 pounds.
40 pounds, yeah.
Under center, and then look to the left of him and see Quinshon Judkins, then look to the right and see Trey Henderson. Can you imagine being the linebackers in that position?
They usually
and then James people in the middle.
Oh, yeah, that's what me and Melo are talking about, bro. They're James Peoples in the middle, bro. And then
what if they threw Jelani in the middle or the punter?
Yeah, they put Will Kazmarek in the middle. And, bro, Will Howard was already across the goal line before Will even got to him to push him or whatever, bro.
It's just an anchor.
He snapped 5 seconds ago. Will, dude, get the speed up, homeboy. Slowest tight end I've ever seen. Anyway, love you, Will Kazmarek.
I know he means that when he runs.
That's the one that might be the realest statement you said all night.
Oh, dude. I mean, come on, tight ends. Let's get it together. Somebody in that room, stand up. Yeah, Jelani Thurman. I want you.
We just go talk to Jelani Thurman when we're talking about the tight end room from now on. Bro. Jelani Thurman. If we say the tight end room, we're talking about you.
Yeah, Ryan Day's beard. That was when we did the tush push. Jelani, here's what I need Jelani to do. I need him to think of a memory in his head that makes him the most mad he's ever been. And I want him to play like that when he goes out there. I want him to run, truck people over. And I'm going to tell you this too. The ball that got thrown his way that was behind him, he should have caught it, dude. I don't care. Catch the ball. You got to hand.
Who are you talking about?
Jelani Thurman.
Well, I mean, that's 100% Will's fault. I'm sorry. Jelani 6'7", 6'6", 255, 260 pounds. You're telling him running full speed across the field, 5 yards away, and he's reaching behind him to catch that, man.
But he got a hand on it, though.
He should have.
That's still a tough catch.
Yeah,
that ball should have never been behind him.
I'm stretching that a little bit. Sorry, Jelani. I just want you to succeed.
I got your back.
You know what I blame the delusion of us thinking that G. Scott was good at the beginning of the season on? Is that he's really good in the NCAA football game. And everybody throwing to him and was like, oh my God, we have another receiver. And we got to real life and was like, yeah, you lied to us again.
Yeah.
But you know what? I blame Hartline for G. Scott. And this is why. G. Scott came in as a wide receiver. They moved him to tight end. They got it wrong. Julian Fleming should have been moved to tight end, and G. Scott should have stayed at wide receiver. And that's what should have happened.
Went to Penn State, so it's neither here nor
there. Kenyatta Jackson Sr. said, Buckeye fans, y'all haven't seen nothing yet. Trust me. Well, we trust you, and I'm pumped about it. You look at the play calling. I mean, Chip Kelly, what he's doing now is putting all kind of crazy stuff on film. So all these other teams we play have to. And the crazy thing about Chip is that, like, he puts himself in the other team's shoes. He puts himself in the other defensive coordinator's shoes. And, like, that goes into his plan, his play calling for other games. So he knows what he's putting on film. And then he goes back and he knows how the defensive coordinator for Oregon is preparing for our RPO and some of the – and he's gonna have him spinning around in circles, dude.
You know what has sharpened that skill this year is the fact that he has to go against Jim Knowles every week, like in practice and stuff. Like, because I think Jim Knowles is doing the exact opposite of what Chip Kelly's doing. Like, he's like, when he doesn't have to,
we hope
trusting. This is my theory, and I hope it's like the right theory, because otherwise, like, it's concerning. But like, he's just throwing out there vanilla stuff and going like, "You guys are super talented. Like, I'm just going to call base defenses and you work it out." So that like we get to Oregon and they don't know when we call super special blitzes and whatever. Like, that's what I hope
for sure. I
I
was
think
about to
Chip
say
Kelly's just a genius.
No, he is.
I'm gonna just say that he has not run out of different options and plays that's running through
yeah.
that big old brain of his. So I would not worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to bring this up
Yeah.
real fast. Ryan Daysbeard, Buckeye Nation is so passionate. I love this stuff. Yeah, man. We were doing the interview with Brett Jackson, and of course, he's a parent of an Ohio State player, and me and Melo, we're fans. So we've got in this conversation about how passionate we are. And I was watching the Marshall game, and I was upset, and then I got real with myself for a second, and I thought in my head, you know, I'm getting upset because my expectation is almost I expect the defense to hold them to 0 yards per game. And I expect our offense to score a touchdown every 2 minutes. If it's like during the game while I'm watching, I feel like that is the standard at which I hold the team to.
Right.
It's not realistic or anything. And then as the days go by, I get more realistic and realistic and realistic with it. And now we're here, and our offense killed it. And I'm not that upset with the way our defense played. Could they have played better? 100%, but it was still a pretty good. They did good.
Yeah.
I went back and read through some of our text messages after the fact. I was like, wow, I'm glad nobody else is reading these text messages between me and Devan. We sound unhinged right now. Jesus.
No doubt, bro.
Like,
yeah.
Like once we got to the show, I was like, well, listen, I was upset, but like, I was not as upset as I was on that day. Like, I was not having a good day because of it. So.
Yeah. What's this here?
I agree.
All right.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. A few more points I just want to bring up, and we'll wrap it up here. As far as Buckeyes go, Ryan Day said today in his press conference that Tyreek Williams did practice today and that he expects him to be available for the game, but he's going to get with the athletic trainers and see if he's going to be ready to play. What's your guys' thoughts on the impact that Tyreek Williams has on the D-line, man, after we saw what happened when he wasn't in there?
Massive.
Yeah.
That's all you can say is massive. I mean, he's actually, in terms of the starting D line that they're using right now, is the best pass rusher on the team as a defensive tackle. That's insane. You put him next to Bobblehead, and I mean, you pretty much need to double both of them. But if you single block both of them, they're going to eat you alive.
Yeah. Yeah, Donald brought up that OSU always struggles after bye week. They definitely do. Tony, what's your thoughts on Tyreek?
Well, I think Tyreek too, like, finally sees like the goal line in his career coming. Like, I'm getting ready to go in the NFL. I'm like, I'm surrounded by all this talent, and now he's like running down like stuff you've never seen Tyreek do, like run down plays 10 yards like laterally and catching people. Like, what, has he been this fast the whole time? Why has he not been running? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's literally like on a line full of people. You're like, this is the most amazing line ever. He's the best one on the line.
Yeah.
So like,
if you like watching film and you're a Buckeye fan, I encourage you, go watch the NFL scouting film. So if you go to YouTube and you type in Tyreek Williams NFL scouting, the NFL like puts on, gets all his like highlights together. Go watch that of Tyreek Williams last year. And that film is the reason why I chose him for the most valuable.
So you've been holding out.
Yeah,
what?
I cheated.
Oh my goodness, man. I'm like, how did he get this so right? Now we know.
the cheat code the whole time.
That's because, as I say all the time, I almost need a new thing, bro. I am obsessed with film and trying to become a smarter I never played football, so I'm obsessed with it. It's a problem, man. I'm telling you, I got friends and family members that are asking me, they're like, dude, are you okay? Like, what's wrong with you? That's just my personality, man. I'm addicted to work. I'm addicted to Jesus, and I'm addicted to Buckeye football, man. And animals. And animals. That's
oh,
me.
Look who's in the chat, Dev.
What up, bro? Ohio?
Ohio's here.
Bro, Ohio, what's up? Salute my guy.
Hey, he said you made it.
Man. That's awesome.
What up, bro, Ohio?
That is awesome. But hey, I got this one thing. Now that Bro Ohio's here, that's a segue that I was actually about to get to. I think the way Dev is holding out information and finding stuff on the low, I think he's been hanging out with Connor Stallions. He's out
For
here
sure.
cheating and stuff to get ahead and make his choices in the beginning of the season and not telling anybody.
For sure. Like I'm split between designing and football over here. Like I'm only like half in the game. Dev's over here pulling out crazy stuff. Not even telling me
Man,
about
I didn't
stuff.
even know that channel existed. I didn't even know that was a real thing. I thought he was just making something up
Right.
just now.
Listen,
No,
the other night he
Hey,
strung the whole
dude,
thing out.
I
Like
can't give
team.
away everything, man. But listen, I got peeps, man. I got friends. I got friends in the Woody. I got friends around the tent. You know what I'm saying, dude? I just, I've told you, I'm addicted to it. I'm like,
Yeah, answer this question. This is legit. You have to answer this out loud, not in your head.
oh.
Do you have a manifesto, Dev?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought about typing one to Ohio State because, dude, listen. So I own a business. My life's pretty good. The Lord has blessed me immensely. If Ohio State called and said, "Hey, man, you want to come be a what are those people that make $50,000 a year over there?"
A GA.
Yeah. Hey, I'm selling the biz. I'm going to be a GA, homeboy.
I learned something new about Dev every single day I talk to him, and it blows my mind every time. Like, what?
Hold on, Brad. But this is the thing, Brad. When I do my research, I give my sources to Dev. Dev doing his research, and he's not giving his sources to me in advance. That's what I'm saying. He's cheating. It's not about to doing no homework.
Hey, Melo, dude, listen, I call you all the time. If I called you every time I found something or talked about something cool, bro, we might as well not hang up, dude, because I know you got stuff to do in your life. I do too, but all my free time is like, it's crazy, man. Okay, one more piece of Ohio State news. I just heard people talk about this in the chat. Maybe he brought it up, or did you guys see this somewhere where Ayer lost his black stripe today?
What?
Oh yeah, I meant to bring that up. I saw that on IG.
Yeah,
man, I like that kid. Like I really,
I
do.
love that kid, man. He's going to be great for us.
I think so.
I do too. I like people just keep sleeping on him, like.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Like saying. Now I get why they're doing that.
Right,
but come on, man. You better be careful. That's all I'm saying. And the final thing, college football related, not Ohio State related. Did you guys see the news about the UNLV quarterback leaving in the middle of the season?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Huh?
For what reason?
UNLV, because he didn't get his nil money he was promised. Am I saying that right, Melo?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, dude, man.
See, I didn't dive into the weeds. I heard about it, but I didn't dive into the weeds because I'm like, what idiot at UNLV is just going to quit the team? Where are you going to go? His passive percentage is under 65% for the season. So, like, nobody wants you. You're at UNLV and you can't cut it there. You're not cutting it at a bigger school.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, I love that college athletes are getting paid. It's about time. They deserve the money. You know, the NCAA mooched off of them for long enough. Give them their money. But in the same sense, this is the kind of things that it does. You know, it gets taken advantage of and it goes too far, but both ways. Yeah. It's not just the players that like handle nil in a negative fashion. So do teams. You know, our teams offering players and telling them all these things and not giving it to them. You know, it's integrity, man. You know, when money's involved,
right?
Yeah, when money's involved, integrity instantly becomes the number one and most important thing. Even if money's not involved, it is, but even more so when you involve money. And
without the guidelines, I think if you're just like these kids are making the best guess, like the university's doing whatever, like, you know, it's kind of a like weird two-way street, but like at the end of the day, like I hear this story and like I just think back to like what my grandparents said when I was a kid, like the world needs ditch figures too. Like if that's your choice, you know what I'm saying? Like because I just feel like at the end of the day, like it's your choice to leave. Like whether or not you're promised money or not, like you're playing football out of college, like you probably had some sort of scholarship. Like I'm sorry you weren't getting your, you know, your whatever money, but like play football, man. Work it out.
Yeah.
Stay longer.
You see this?
Try harder.
Did you guys hear about this? Reggie Bush is suing everyone. I knew he was suing everyone, but I didn't know he was suing his mother. Is that
Oh
real?
god.
Hold on,
I
tell
don't
me,
know.
Dennis, tell me you're joking that he's about him suing his mom.
I'm gonna Google it real fast.
Because that's insane if that is. And why would he sue his mom?
They gave him back his Heisman. He's unhinged now. He's just suing everybody.
Why? Because his mom got a house?
I'm sure he thinks he was slighted in some way because he didn't have his Heisman for 8 years or something, whatever.
Oh no, he's joking.
Oh, listen,
yeah.
I knew he was suing NCAA and all them. And USC.
Yeah, he's suing
Pac-12.
USC, the Pac-12, the NCAA for profiting from nil without compensating Bush 1 penny. Dude, I mean, is the NCAA? There's no way they survive all this, is there?
Man, this is my thing. This is why I want the punishment to come out for the team up north because the NCAA is going bye-bye. Let's be honest. And if it doesn't come out soon, they might skate.
This is their last thing out the door.
Speaking of them jokers, man, I gotta say something, dude.
Get off your chest, brother.
Bro, man, I swear to you, man, if we don't get good officiating in the game and I have to watch the team up north hold the crap out of defensive players all game long, I'm going to lose it, dude. I'm going to go buy a spare TV because it's going to get snapped in half. The USC game, these jokers, go watch the film. They held, egregiously the whole time. I mean, dudes, what's his name? Who's the best football player the world has ever seen and is on the cover of, what's his name? That running back. I think he runs like a 3.940. What is it?
Yeah. Donovan Edwards?
Donovan Edwards. Yeah. The fastest, most athletic. Yeah, him. The best running back I've ever laid eyes on personally. But he
listen, he lost in a race to Will Kazmarek last week, I promise.
On his yo Buckeye Scoop, what up? Bro, hey, I stole his word. I said massive.
We all still in his word.
Bro. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So on his touchdown run, now there's holding calls that don't need to be called and holding calls that should be called, and there were some that should have been that weren't. Shout out Mika. She's in here as well. But do y'all have any closing thoughts?
Well, I'll start by piggybacking on what you said. I would be that angry too because literally today I had people who don't watch football and don't care about football, deciding they can just talk trash to me 2 months in advance about how we're going to lose to Michigan again. You've never even seen a football game. When's the football? You know what it is? No? Okay. Why are we talking? This is when regular people are talking trash to me, we've got to do something about it. I don't know. I'm with Dev on that. And I hope this is just another step in getting to that end goal. This is the next level in a series of levels that gets us to knock off that level. I just think we got to get there.
Amen. Melo?
Enjoy the game this weekend. Be safe about it. Try to stay away from Team Up North fans. It could get ugly, especially if they lose to Minnesota somehow.
Okay. One can only hope.
And, thank you for coming out for our first live stream. We're going to grow this thing and make it bigger and better as we keep going with the help of you guys. Spread the word.
Yeah. We appreciate you. I'm going to give Kirk a call after the show or sometime tomorrow and ask him to help me set up super chats because shout out Kirk over there on Scoop. He has been a lifesaver in regards to this. Shouts out the show every time. And he's been a good friend to me and, has helped me with this show. Anytime I got a question, I'll call and ask him. He's more than willing to help out. Shout out the Ohio Podcast. Eric over there, same thing, has always helped me with it. Gave us a platform. We'll still be live on their channel for a couple more weeks, every Tuesday at 8:15. Every Wednesday, 8:15, this channel, Buckeye Boyz, man. We're going live. Look out for the show tomorrow. Brett Jackson, Kenyatta Jackson Sr. We did an interview with him. You do not want to miss it, man. It's the dude is an awesome dude to talk to. Very knowledgeable. Really cool interview. There will be more to come with him. We get more of y'all to subscribe, more of y'all to get on here, man. He's going to be coming on the live show as well. So that's going to be exciting. Melo is going to get with B. Moses.
Yeah,
He's
I
going to get his
apologize,
act
B.
together.
Moses.
He's going to
My
get his
fault,
homework
baby.
done. He's going to straighten up. Okay, Melo's going to get this right. He's going to get Melo.
Gonna
Just
get the
messing with you,
notification
my
next
dude.
time. Gonna get it.
He's going to get B. Moses on here too. Hopefully we see B. Moses next live show. Keep looking out for our pre-recorded videos that we drop. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, comment below as well. We'll always interact with commenters. Share us on your Twitter feed. Tell people about us. Help us get our subscriptions up as well. That would be fantastic. Don't forget, we're a fan channel, man. If you want to come on here, you want to talk college football, you want to talk Buckeye football, email us at the Buckeye Boyz with 3 Z's at gmail.com. Be patient with us. We will get back to you. We will get it set up. Mika's about to come on here. We're going to break down some Ohio recruits. I'm recording that show with her next Monday, so it's going to be a good one. But other than that, we appreciate you. Go Buckeyes. OH.
I hope.
IO.